Welcome, welcome. Looking at my Wayfair order here. There we go. Baseball. Finishing out May for Fields of Dreams Season 3. We're going to get through the May schedule tonight. We're at, I think, May 17th. So we're going to crank out the next 13, 14 days. I'm going to try to get 2, maybe 3 games in tonight and then sim some in between. I've got a couple matchups I was looking at doing, and one of those on the 21st is a good matchup with Vegas and the up and coming Edmonton Express team, who's only 3 back themselves. In fact, 4 teams in the Fire division within 3.5 games. Liverpool's got a 3-game lead on Dallas. My Lehigh Lizards 3.5 on Chico's, and Mid Michigan and Hadley Lake fighting it out. Hadley Lake only a game and a half back, so I'm gonna got a couple options here for a few games to highlight. I think DGens at San Francisco is another one in the coming week that could be good, and also looking at maybe Hadley at Canada. So get both leagues, the global and universal, into the mix. So we'll see who can join tonight. I know Bernie will be broadcasting some games this evening in our basketball league. Bernie's been fine tuning the approach here in season 1 as we try to figure out what is the best method to broadcast the games in an entertaining way. So Bernie has been working on that a little bit today based on feedback. Midlife Crisis, welcome, is in the house. So I'm going to fire up game 1. Play ball, Bernie, you betcha. So I'm going to sim a couple days to get to May, or right here on May 19th. Let's take a look. I'm going to sim a couple days, get us to May 21st. So May 19th on the schedule. Let's start simming some games here. We got Marshfield at Chicago. Chicago only a game out. And they're a little bit closer, only a half game out. T-out with a win. Howdy, howdy, Will. Welcome in. Oh, I'm sorry, Bernie. Tomorrow evening for the basketball game. Maybe it's it. Are you doing your project tonight? Brooklyn at Amazing. A 12-1 Amazing win. Cole Hamels gets the win. Vegas and Mid Michigan, a battle of a couple first place teams here. And Vegas with a 3-0 shutout. Max Carey goes 3 for 5 with 2 stolen bases. Lancaster and Florence. Lancaster, another shutout, this time 13-0. Fred Toney with the win. Edmonton and Hadley Lake, and Hadley Lake gets the best of Edmonton 11-1. Carlos Yaz and T-ville coming in to face the Lizards, and Lehigh gets a shutout. So there's 3 shutouts in 6 games on this day. Don't see a ton of those in this league. Mordecai Brown goes to 6-1, and Cleveland at Chico's, and Chico's gets a win. Keep pace in the win division. So Canada and St. Pete. Canada, Steve Carlton goes 6-3 with the win, 5-3 win over St. Pete. Long Island and Hagerstown. Hagerstown 11-4 with the win. San Francisco and DGens. San Francisco, I'm waiting for them to get hot at any moment with that team. That's Nooch's team, and they're very tough. Key win there, 4-1. Liverpool and Manchester, also known as an MV Clue grudge match between those 2 owners. So, Bernie is telling us it's 17 Red Sox tonight. Hello, MV. You're just here in time, and anybody that's followed our leagues overall tonight, we just got the draft going for the very first football league that's following this same great format where we draft from some random teams. And MV got the first pick in the draft, chose the 1974 Steelers, and then I saw a Yoko pick, so I'm going to have to catch up on that. So Liverpool at Manchester, and Manchester with an 11-0 shutout. No doubt MV will let Clue know about that one, and we will move on to the 20th. I'll sim this day and then play a game on the 21st. So Marshfield again at Chicago, and Chicago 11-inning game gets by 10-9, keeping them just a half game behind Vegas. Vegas and Mid Michigan, And Vegas shuts out Mid-Michigan. Another great performance, this time Johan Santana with the win. St. Pete at Canada and St. Pete with the upset. Pete Alexander with the loss. A night game in Manchester, and Manchester beats Liverpool again. This time Whitey Ford, who MV claims is a better pitcher at Yankee Stadium. That's Manchester's home field, and a 7-3 win for Manchester. Brooklyn at the amazing Kitsunes. Brooklyn started off the season 12-12 and has been 15 since. So amazing with a key win. Fort Lee, just a hair under 500. Dallas just a hair over it. This ought to be a good one. Fort Lee at Dallas. And a shutout for Fort Lee. Jimmy Key gets the win, and they will pull to 500 baseball at 19-19. Lancaster and Florence. Florence upsets Lancaster. And Edmonton and Hadley Lake. Two teams in the mix. And Edmonton with a 3-1 win. Edmonton now 4 back in the Fire division. T-ville at Lehigh, and T-ville bests Lehigh this time 7-5. Davis with the win. Pete Donahue gets a loss. Ruth 4 for 4 with his 11th home run. We'll be seeing a lot of Ruth in the future years for T-ville, no doubt. Welcome in, Slash. Cleveland at Chico's, and Cleveland with a 1-0 win. I've seen more shutouts than normal just for a couple days of simming. Long Island and Hagerstown again with a win over Long Island 4-3. So we'll move ahead to the 21st, and I'm going to feature a game here, and that is the Vegas at Edmonton game. So I will sim up to that, then we'll pick up afterwards. St. Pete again, this time another tough opponent is Chicago, and Epa Rixey goes 8-0. I know David will be happy to see that. The player I traded him, he's now 8-0 on the season, and Chicago wins. Cleveland at D-Gens. Cleveland with the 7-1 win. Manchester, we've seen them win 2 games, trying to get to 500. And they lose this time. Saberhagen beats them 3-0. Amazing in Marshfield, and amazing with another win. I think that's 3 in a row for them. And amazing now 19-24 on the season. Brooklyn at Canada. Canada, Newhouser gets the win, 6-2. And here is the game we're going to feature. I'm going to hit the play button, and let's fire it up. And let's see. I have no idea why this picture is on here. Computer lineup. I think we're good. Away we go. It's odd that this one is showing, since they have the other Yankee Stadium photo. Let me see what we got here. Oh, that's right. Let's do the day version. And here we are. Cesar Cedeno, Columbine, and Orlando Cepeda due up, and here's Roy Oswalt on the mound. Pitch to Cedeno. He hits this one out to left, drifting back, and it's going to be off the wall. Leadoff double. Cedeno to second, and Vegas looking to get things going early. Brings up Roy Columbine. Looks like he's sticking with Vegas. He was a trade on the trading block earlier. Hey, David. And he'll make the first out. Here's Orlando Cepeda. Ground ball to Tejada. Tejada over to first. Berkman has it, 2 down, and Big Papi steps in. 10 home runs on the year. And runners moving. Line ball. Oh, what happened there? Joe Gordon made a dive. I don't know if I've seen that visual very often, but dove for it and kept that thing from going into center. And we're headed to the bottom of the first. Charlie King Kong Keller. He'll draw a walk. And here's Berkman. Berkman gets through the right side. Oh, Cepeda making a play on it, but he can't handle it. That'll be an error. His 4th on the season. And here's Jolton Joe DiMaggio. And he grounds this one. It gets through, and that'll load the bases. No out for Edmonton. Carlos Lee. 37 home runs, 300 batter, but in this replay, he's batting not too well, and he will swing and miss. One down for Tommy Henrik. And here's the pitch. Henrik out to left field, and Braun makes the catch, and the runner will tag, but there is a throw, and he gets him. Ryan Braun with a great play and gets Keller, and he is out. Nice tag by LaCroix, and just like that, that threat is over, and Vegas dodges a bullet there. Here's Ryan Braun. Gets to see what he can do with the bat, and he's aboard with a single. And this will bring up Lance Berkman. Or I'm sorry, Lance Berkman with the poor play. The guy stepping up is Evan Longoria. Berkman trying to keep Braun close over there. And Longoria strikes out. So Roy Oswalt with a key pitch. And here's Seager. And Seager's aboard with a single. Braun, will he go for third? No, he won't. 2 on, 1 out for Odor. Fly ball. Henrik steps back, puts it in the glove. 2 down. Braun will tag, and they will throw. And he is safe. Seager on the throw takes second. 2 runners in scoring position. 2 down, and here is the catcher, LaCroix. And he strikes out. Bottom of second, and we've got Gold Glover Buddy Bell stepping in, the 198 hitter on the replay. And just when I say something, the opposite always happens. I critique him, and he gets a hit. Here's Miguel Tejada. Grounder, Cepeda. Is he going to second? No. Plays it first. Bell takes second. No, he doesn't. I guess he tripped and fell. The difficult part of the double play, Cepeda took the out at first, throws to Seager, or Odor, and they tag him for the double play. That'll bring up Joe Gordon. Ground ball, should be an easy play. It is. We played 2. 0-0. Hot diggity dog. Get your hot dogs. Cedeno out to center. DiMaggio, great range out there. He'll put it away. 1 down. And here's Roy Columbine, 327. No home runs, though. Dribbler, Berkman, steps on the bag and puts it away. Cepeda, fly ball. Henrik playing right field. Puts it away, and that will retire the side. Some of these Yankee players have walk-up music still hanging there as fine from when I was playing with some of the custom sounds last year. So might hear a few walk-up selections. Here's Bill Dickey. Hard hit. Longoria snags it, fires across. Cepeda holds on, 1 down. And here is Charlie Keller. Sounded good. Columbine gives chase. Snags it, 2 away. First baseman Lance Berkman. And he strikes out. And all I can say, MV, is MV did have the first pick in the baseball season in season 1, and he ended up winning. Is it a curse? Is it an omen? We don't know. It's just MV. Oswalt pitching. Here's David Ortiz. And he gets him on a swing and a miss. And here's Ryan Braun, grounded. Single between first and second. Unusual that Braun in this replay has no home runs yet. And the pitch popped up. Bell should get this one. And he puts it away. Makes the catch. 2 down for Evan Longoria. And see ya, he hit this one. Line drive home run into left center, and Longoria breaks the 0-0 tie, and we've got a 1-0 Vegas lead. Seager, Gordon, in time.
Welcome to the show, welcome to the home of the world's biggest rodeo, where the stars light up.
Guess Joe's a country music fan. DiMaggio, center field, fly ball, Cedeno puts it out. Brings up Carlos Lee, 186 in the replay. Into left field, Braun in position. He makes the catch. That's 2 down, and here's Tommy Henrik. 6 homers, but only batting 185 in the replay. So a couple big bats struggling for Edmonton. Longoria comes in on it, makes the throw across the diamond. 3 down, and we've played 4, 1-0 Vegas. Adore. Fly to center. Henrik steps back, puts it away. And the catcher, Jonathan LaCroix, having a great season, 378. He grounds it to Bell. Bell's got great range over there. He'll make the play. LaCroix can't beat that out. 2 down, and here is the leadoff hitter, Cedeno. 2-out single. Brings up Roy Cullenbine. Cedeno off and moving, and just does beat the throw, steals a base, and we've got a runner in scoring position, 2 down. 0-1 count to Cullenbine. They will put him on. They don't want to walk to him. They're going to take their chances with Cepeda. They get the grounder. Bell to second. That'll end it. 1-0, and the Express look to get back in this one. Going to send Bell, Tejada, and Gordon to the plate. Buddy Bell into left field, caught by Braun. 1 down. Tejada into left field, Braun again. It's 2 putouts this inning, another great catch, and that's 2 down for Joe Gordon, the second baseman. And Oswalt gets him in the inside corner, and we've played 5, 1-0 Vegas. Like a little bit of a pitcher's duel here. Oswalt pitches to Ortiz. He pops it up in the infield. And he makes the catch. 1 down. And there it is. Base hit for Braun. And Evan Longoria, 1 down, 1 on. And Oswalt gets a key strikeout. So here's Seager. With Braun on the move, he should take third. DiMaggio gets that, and they won't have a throw. Runners on the corners, 2 down for Odor. And is it through? Yeah, this time Gordon can't get it. It's through. Another run scores on the single. 2-0 now. And the catcher, number 9 hitter, LaCroix. And LaCroix smashes this into the left field corner. Keller chasing it down. Should get 1 run home, you'd think. Odor comes around third. He's going to score. LaCroix stops at second. And it is a 4-0 game. 2 score on that double by LaCroix. And a lot of damage being done. Oh, here comes Lefty Gomez. A lot of damage being done here with 2 outs. And I've noticed that quite a bit in some of the games. And there's out number 3. So can the Express get back into it? The home team would love to see it. Here's Bill Dickey. Odor snags that one, throws to first. Cepeda. Oh, a throwing error. His 9th on Odor. Dickey takes second, and we've got the leadoff runner on. Here's Charlie Keller. Back to left. Braun makes the catch. Dickey holds it second. And Berkman draws a walk.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the home of the world's biggest rodeo, where the stars
Pitch to Jolton Joe. And Valdez gets a key strikeout. 2 down now. And Carlos Lee, 185, only 1 home run on the season. And this one's hit into left field. Easy play for Braun, and we played 6, 4-0 Vegas. Cullenbine, Lefty Gomez gets him. He's out swinging, and Cepeda steps in, and he'll draw a walk. Ortiz to Gordon. He snags it. 2 away. Brings up Braun. Is 2 for 3. He's had 2 singles. And Gomez pitches for a strike on that one. And a ball. Maybe they're waiting to see. Ah, here we go. Fly ball left. Keller didn't have to move. And it's that time already. And here we go. Henrik steps up to the plate. This is the longest I've seen a pitcher for Vegas ever go in a game, I think. Ray Fosse comes in defensively at catcher. And Henrik, this should be a pop-up, stays in play, but we'll see Longoria getting near the stands. And he makes the catch. 1 down, and here's Buddy Bell. 1 for 2 on the day. Fly to right. Cullenbine puts it away. 2 down for Miguel Tejada. Hitless. And a great play by Longoria over to first, and that'll retire the side. We have played 7. 4-0 Vegas. And the pitch. Longoria, base hit. He is aboard, and here comes Corey Seager, 2 for 3. Gomez with a key strikeout. Here is Odor. Grounder. Gomez bobbles it, goes to second. Still gets him, but only 1, 2 down. Could have been an error, but he held on to it. And here's Ray Fosse, who came in defensively last inning. Flies high to Tejada in the infield. Tejada makes the catch, and bottom of the 8th, here we come. The fans, give them something to cheer about. Here's Joe Gordon. George McQuinn comes into first base. Bobby Richardson at second. For Grossi at short. Here comes the defensive specialist with the 4-run lead. As Bernie would say, my computer manager is doing exactly what I expect it to. Valdez appears tired. And Gordon, fly ball. Braun in the corner. And Braun's made a few great catches out there. Here's Bill Dickey. Richardson. Oh, McQuinn gets it. Tosses to Valdez. McQuinn with the good range. Pays off. 2 down for Charlie Keller. And Keller to Cullenbine. That will end it. We've played 8. To the 9th inning we go. Cedeno leads off with a single. Cullenbine to Gordon. Oh, gets by Gordon. So we've got the first 2 runners on. Vegas looking to add some insurance runs. Ground ball to Gordon. Gordon goes to first. Runners advance. Second and third now. 1 down for David Ortiz. Pop up. Caught by Berkman. Braun 2 for 4. Uh-oh. Dickey wants to talk to Gomez. Let's see what that means. And Braun, line drive. Gordon snags that out of the air. And here we go to the bottom of the ninth. Last chance for Edmonton. Valdez is showing weariness. And Matt Bush is going to come into pitch. Is it a rally time for Lance Berkman? Let's see. Berkman past Richardson. That's a base hit. And here comes DiMaggio. The pitch. And this one's on the ground. McQuinn, with great range, tosses to Bush. They'll get DiMaggio, but Berkman takes second. And here's Carlos Lee, struggling on the season. And a grounder to Longoria. Fires to first. They get him. Down to the last out, and here's Tommy Henrik. Fly ball center. And Cedeno puts it away. A 3-hit team shutout for Vegas. And that's the story of that. What a pitching performance. Let's see, Ismael Valdez got 135 pitches and pitched really well. So what else have we got on the 21st? How about Fort Lee at Hagerstown? Big win, 15 runs by Hagerstown. Slim Salig beats Guidry. Carlos Yaz and T-ville taking on Chico's. Buckshot wins. His team's hanging around there. 4-2 win. Jake Weimer goes to 4-2. Mid-Michigan is visiting Florence, the Firebirds, and they'll get a victory 5-3. Mid-Michigan still atop the water division. San Francisco and Lehigh, this is a team I'm scared of over in our division, and that's why we lose 3-1. Cy Young gets his third loss of the season. So here's Dallas and Liverpool. 5-0 shutout for Denny McLean, and Liverpool wins. And Hadley Lake and Lancaster. Hadley Lake. Will Toole's team beats Lancaster. So as we go into the 22nd of May, there are some other exciting games. I'm going to stop on the 25th. We'll sim through these, and I think I'm going to play a game on the 25th. D-Gens at San Francisco. And we're going to wrap it up tonight so we can have plenty of time tomorrow for people to check out the file, get in any account for a couple of the trades we've had, let people turn in manager files, and tomorrow and the next days ahead, focus on our football draft, which is moving along, as the first pick in the draft went to MV and took the 1974 Pittsburgh Steelers, as I'm reading this on the press wire, followed by Yoko, who took the 2010 Eagles. So the third team is now on the clock. Manchester at Long Island. MV always, doesn't get a win here. He always hopes for a win. And Smoltz gets a win. Long Island 6-1. Fort Lee over Hagerstown. T-ville, Carl Mays with the win, beats Walter Johnson and Chico's. Cleveland in 11 innings over D-Gens. Chicago shuts out St. Pete. Steve Rogers gets his third win. Liverpool 11-2 over Dallas. Dallas is kind of on a slide. At one point, they were leading that division about a month in. Lancaster and Hadley Lake, 12 innings they go. Hadley Lake, with a key win, has now pulled in a dead tie with Mid-Michigan. Amazing, another win. They beat Marshfield 4-3. Amazing climbing the ladder a little bit. And Brooklyn at Canada, and Canada goes 16 innings, and Raleigh Fingers gets the win. 2 for 8, Pujols was with his 7th home run. Vegas and Edmonton. Edmonton this time shuts out Vegas 6-0. Blankenship with a big win, beats Apier. And can Mid-Michigan pull ahead of Hadley Lake, or will Hadley Lake overcome? And Mid-Michigan with the win stays a half game over Hadley Lake. San Francisco and Lehigh. This time Lehigh 4-3 over San Francisco. Dolph Luke with his third win. And we will go to the 23rd. A couple double headers, it looks like here. See Fort Lee and Hagerstown. And, well, maybe that's just one or maybe two games. Heck, I don't know. We'll see. Long Island, home against Manchester. 6-3 Manchester. Fort Lee and Hagerstown. Fort Lee beats Hagerstown again. Dallas and Liverpool. I think Liverpool's 1-2, and they sweep Dallas unless there's a fourth game, 9-0. Amazing, also been on a good winning streak, and they still are. 16 innings, amazing, 9-8 over Marshfield. Vegas and Edmonton. This time Edmonton with a 6-1 win. I know Bernie will be thinking, man, this Edmonton team doesn't help them stay on top when they lose. Chico's and T-ville. Chico 7-6 win. They stay 3 back. Cleveland and D-Gens 10-5 Cleveland. And St. Pete and Chicago. David, hold on. Hold on. You're a half game back technically, but you get a win. And now, if we look at the Fire, technically right now at this moment, Chicago is a full game up. Mid-Michigan and Florence. Florence upsets Mid-Michigan. San Francisco and Lehigh, they split the first two. Now San Francisco, 14 innings, gets a win 3-2. Hadley and Lancaster. Lancaster with a win. Manchester and Long Island, their second game. 4-2 loss for Manchester. Fort Lee and Hagerstown, their second game of the day, doubleheader, and this time Hagerstown beats Fort Lee. And Liverpool loses to Dallas this time, and Brooklyn and Canada with the 7-1 win over Brooklyn. And we head to the 24th. Hadley Lake now goes into Edmonton. Edmonton, an 11-inning win, 6-5. Manchester heads to Dallas and loses 6-5. Brooklyn has one more game at Canada. This time they get a win, 7-5. And Mid-Michigan looking to stay atop, and a 3-1 win. They're a game and a half up on Hadley. And now we move to the 25th. I'm just double checking here, making sure. Yes, we go to the 25th. Chicago and Canada. And Chicago wins. Mort Cooper gets a win, beats Newhouser, and Chicago's on top. Liverpool and Hagerstown. Liverpool with a win. Dallas beats Manchester. Whitey Ford takes a loss. Marshfield and St. Pete. St. Pete with a 4-1 win. Long Island beats Fort Lee. And Cleveland over T-ville. Amazing's been on a really good run lately, and they still are. They win 7-5. Amazing's now getting close to 500 after a real slow start. Lehigh gets a win over Chico's, 10-2. Hadley Lake and Edmonton falls. Rube Waddell beats them 2-1. And Lancaster and Florence. Lancaster, Fred Toney gets his 7th win. And I'm going to play this one right here, this one. So let's say Mid-Michigan and Vegas. Mid-Michigan beats Vegas. Chicago now with a 2-game lead. D-Gens in San Francisco. And this one, let's play it. See what we got going on. Dun, dun, dun. Well, I'm trying to figure out what field D-Gens is at. Let's see. Play. And Upcountry D-Gens.
Play ball!
We are playing Fenway Park, 1941. Let's hope I have a Fenway Park set up. Because this one looks terrible. Let's see what I got here. I thought I had all these games figured out. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? Here's what I'm going to do. Just hit computer and go play another game where I've got the stuff set up. How about that? And there we go. San Francisco beats D-Gens 5-4. That's how I'll solve that instead of trying to create stadium layouts. So I guess we've played all the games on the 25th. I'll feature another game here before the next 5 days are up. Chicago at Canada. Let's play that one, shall we? Who are we going to see? Well,
Play ball!
let's play ball. We're here at Tiger Stadium, the home stadium for Canada. And Edgar Martinez on the mound facing J.R. Richard. And he will strike out. So here is George Brett aboard with a single. David, I know you spent a lot of time getting this team to be competitive. This is David's run and Bernie's run where they're making a big effort to try to catch Canada, who's won this division 2 years in a row. And Brett off and moving. Travis will foul this one down. Brett takes off the throw. He beats it. And Travis draws a walk. Hey, Dwayne, welcome in. Don't know if you noticed, Dwayne, but the football draft has started. And let us know your team name. I'm sure it's Hagerstown something, but I don't know what it'll be for football. Here is Pete Riser, whatever we call him. And here is, with 2 out, Jeff Heath. Clutch batter for Chicago. And again, a clutch hit into right. That should score a run. It does, and can. Chicago draws first blood on Canada. And it gets by Tebbets. How are they going to score it? It will be a wild pitch on Richard. And a fly ball down. Oh, foul ball. Pujols might get that one, but he didn't get it. He's going to walk him full. So Richard, he can strike him out or he can walk him. Bases loaded for Frank Robinson. And Robinson comes through with a single to left. The throw home by Kaline, not in time. 2 runs scored, 3-0 now. And here's Johnny Mize. Lines out to Stanky, but not. Inning is over, but not before they nailed. Oh, the Hagerstown Warhogs. I love it. Let me write that one down. Thanks, Dwayne. We are all excited to kick off the football version of these leagues we do. Ricky Henderson, the greatest of all time, according to himself. Fly to center. Pete Razor puts it out. And Sam Chapman, the other center fielder for Canada, at bat. Up in the air. Is this getting out of here? It is. It just gets out of here. And Sam Chapman puts a run on the board, and it is 3-1. Welcome in, legends. Gwynn, ground ball. Brett, over to first. He gets him. Tiant facing Pujols. That'll be a fly out to center. And here is Eddie Collins, the number 9 hitter. Great 9 hitter. Stanky to Pujols. That'll end it. 3-1 still. And Chicago back at the plate. One away. Brett singled his first time up. Fly ball to Chapman. He makes a play, and that's all of it. Here comes Al Kaline playing left field for Canada. Louis Tiant on the mound based on that great 68 season. Pops this up in the infield. Oh, no, I moved it. I didn't like the, I was going to play, I forget what it was. I did not like the fact that I didn't have that home field set up with the visual I like. So I just let the computer play it and moved on to something else. It was that simple, rather than me spending 5 minutes moving markers around. Here's a pitch to Boyer. Boyer grounds it. Travis. Over to first. You got him. Luke Appling. Shortstop for Canada. Slow roller. Travis has to charge it. Fires to first. That'll retire the side. 3-1, Chicago. Travis to left. Kaline back. And he's out. Pete Reiser all the way into right field. Base hit. He's aboard. And here comes Jeff Heath. Already had a hit today. Heath is a strong bat for Chicago. Appling to Stanky. Stanky fires to first. That's a double play. Gets Richard out of a jam. And Bertie Tebbetts will lead things off. And he grounds to Brett. Brett fires to first. They get Tebbetts. One down, and here's the 9-hitter, second baseman Eddie Stanky. Slow grounder. Brett has to hurry. He gets him. And here's Ricky Henderson. Travis fields it. Fires to first. We've played 3. 3-1, Chicago. Berra draws a walk. Here's Frank Robinson, got that key hit last time at bat. Appling fields it. Stanky for 1, turns, hits Pujols for 2, and Richard gets another double play. That'll always help the pitcher out. And Johnny Mize strikes out. So we go to the bottom of the 4th, still 3-1. And Tiant facing Chapman. Leadoff single for Chapman. And Gwynn out to center, off the wall. This one got by Reiser, and he fires it in, but a double for Gwynn. Run scores, and it's 3-2. They're going to walk Pujols and pitch to Kaline, and Kaline hits it to left. Robinson puts it away. Gwynn won't tag. Here's Ken Boyer. Brett steps on third. He'll get the lead runner. 2 down. Pitch to Appling. And Tiant loads him up. Can he get out of his own jam? Here's Bertie Tebbetts. 0 for 1 today. Fly ball. Heath. Right to him. That'll end it. And we played 4, 3-2 Chicago. Looks like a great game. Eddie Collins. Deep. Kaline up against the wall. Makes the catch. 1 down. And here's Edgar Martinez, who whiffs. George Brett pops this up in the infield. Luke Appling makes the catch. And here's Eddie Stanky. Ground ball, Travis over to first. Mize holds on, 1 down. And leadoff hitter Ricky Henderson. Ground ball to Mize. Mize charges it, makes a great play, takes it himself, 2 away. And we will see the center fielder, Sam Chapman. And Cecil Travis will lead things off. We'll see him, Reeser, and Heath. Fly ball. Gwynn puts it away, one down. Reeser. I call him everything. Gwynn puts it away, and here's Jeff Heath, 1 for 2 on the day, and he's 2 for 3. Heath always seems like he's coming through with a clutch hit. 2-out single, and Yogi Berra steps in. And what the hell? He gets picked off. Heath is out on a close call, leaning too far off the bag. Again, when I say something positive about a player, look out, or if I say something negative, the opposite happens. Here is Tony Gwynn. Grounder, Collins makes the play, demise, one down, and they'll face Albert Pujols. And Tiant gets him swinging a miss on that one. K-line to Brett. Brett up. Demise, he's got it. We've played 6, 3-2. Yogi Berra. Slow grounder, Appling. Gonna have to hurry. Gets him. Frank Robinson. Richard going to cover. Pujols fields it, tosses to Richard. They get him, 2 down. Johnny Miles. 2-out walk. Richard puts one on, and here's Eddie Collins. Ground ball. Stanky makes the play, and it's that time. Boyer with the base hit. He's aboard. Here's Luke Appling. Old Aches and Pains is his nickname. Fly ball down the right field line. Heath in the corner puts it away. Out number 1. Bertie Tebbets. He strikes out, and it'll bring up Eddie Stanky. Stanky usually good at getting on base. And never mind. He'll strike out too. We played 7. 3-2. 1-run lead by Chicago as they look to add to it. Edgar Martinez lines to Pujols. He's 0 for 4 on the day now. And George Brett draws a walk. Brad Ziegler coming in to relieve. Cecil Travis. Hey, Buckshot, welcome, welcome. Jake Barrett to pitch. Wow. Reeser strikes out, and that brings up Jeff Heath. 2 for 3 on the day. He's always a clutch hitter, and he is again. Heath into left. That will score another run. We got a 4-2 lead now. His 3rd hit of the day. And here's Yogi. Those 2-out rallies really hurt. Ground ball. Stanky goes to second. That'll end it. They score 1 run, 4-2. Top of the order up for Canada. And Mark McGuire coming in to pinch hit. And he draws a walk. Sam Chapman. He strikes out. 1 down for Tony Gwynn. McGuire off and running. Slow roller. Brett will go to second. They won't be able to get Gwynn, so that's 2 down. Gwynn on first. Pujols. Ground ball, Brett fields it, tosses to Collins. That'll end it. We head to the ninth inning, 4-2 lead for Chicago. And Robinson strikes out. Raleigh Fingers coming in. And Mize, ground ball to Boyer. Boyer's got great range. That'll be 2 down. And Eddie Collins steps in. 2 out. Oh, these big 2-out hits in this game. And Collins is aboard with a 2-out single. And Edgar 0 for today. And yes, he's been hit. Brett comes through with a single. And Gwynn's firing home. Is it going to be close? He beats the throw. That's going to be 5-2. Runners advance on an error, throwing error by Gwynn. And another insurance run for Chicago in this game. Fly to center. Chapman will end it. Now, 3-run deficit. Rally time for Canada. Canada. Kaline steps in, hits this one on back to Robinson. Off the wall. Thought Robinson was going to catch that. A leadoff double. And this game's not over. Ken Boyer. Slow roller. Eddie Collins going to go to first. 1 down. Kaline at third. Dean Secura. Pinch hits, and he lines out. Tiant looking tired, but Bertie Tebbets. And Tiant gets him, and they hold on. Chicago with a 5-2 win. And Buckshot, if you're ready to broadcast, let me know. I'll drop the file. There's about 4 days left of the month. And then I can do some draft research while I watch you broadcast. Let's see. Boom. Yeah, here we go. We'll finish out this day, and that'll leave 5 more days to get done. Chicago on Canada. Amazing facing Brooklyn. Amazing's been on a hell of a win streak, 5-2. Manchester and Dallas. Manchester 9-1. Marshfield and St. Pete. St. Pete 10-9. Fort Lee and Long Island. Long Island 3-2. Cleveland 10-9 over T-ville. Liverpool, Denny McClain gets his 8th win, a 1-run victory over Hagerstown. This is what we wait for, Buckshot. I'm glad you're here. Look at this. But everybody's closing in. San Francisco's on a move now, and you're still hanging around. And, a key win. Cy Young gets a win. Edmonton beats Hadley Lake. Lancaster over Florence. Brooklyn returns the favor in game 2 for Amazing in Brooklyn. D-Gens at San Francisco. D-Gens upset San Francisco. That always warms my heart. Mid-Michigan and Vegas. And Mid-Michigan with a 5-3 win. Chicago now with a 3-game lead. Mid-Michigan with a 2.5-game lead. And Lehigh with 3.5-game lead. Liverpool 5 over Dallas. Awesome. Then I'm going to get through. I think Bernie goes on in about an hour or so, and I'm going to get through a couple days and maybe find one more game to broadcast, and then I'm going to call it a night and go monitor our football progress. Manchester at Dallas. Manchester with a win. Greg Maddux with a rare loss. Cleveland beats T-ville. Canada says, forget it, Chicago. 15-1. Eparixi with his first loss of the season. He's now 8-1. Ricky Henderson 5 for 6 with a home run. I'd call that a good game. St. Pete beats Marshfield. Fort Lee over Long Island. Liverpool over Hagerstown. Hadley Lake over Edmonton. And Vegas beats Mid-Michigan. Vegas now 2 games back of Chicago. Mid-Michigan has a 1.5-game lead over Hadley Lake. Couple of good races going on there. Chicago and Vegas. 13-5, Chicago beats up on Vegas, 14 innings. Brooklyn upsets Lancaster. St. Pete edges out Florence. Dallas 11-9, big scoring affair against Chico's. Tom Seaver gets the loss. Eddie Seacott with the win. That Seacott's a great pitcher. Edmonton loses to Marshfield. Red Roughing takes the loss. D-Gens at Manchester, a shutout. Manchester, home at Yankee Stadium, beat D-Gens 5-0. Amazing. Upsets Mid-Michigan. Mid-Michigan now with just a one-game lead. Long Island beats Cleveland. Lehigh at Fort Lee. Fort Lee with the win. Catfish Hunter undefeated. He goes to 3-0. Donahue gets a loss. Liverpool and T-ville. Liverpool with a key win. Canada beats Hadley Lake. Pete Alexander losing record on the season, 5-7, but he wins this one in 11. And Hagerstown and San Francisco. San Francisco gets a win. And with 3 days left in the month, let's watch these races unfold. Chico's at Dallas. Chico's gets beat. Edmonton gets beat. Marshfield puts 10 runs up on the board. Kuzma started off, I think it was 6-0 on the season. He's 7-3 now. Long Island beats Cleveland. Lehigh shuts out Fort Lee. Dolph Luke goes to 4-6. Freehand gets a home run. Liverpool pounces T-ville. Clayton Kershaw, big win. Joe Morgan, 3-4, his home run. Chicago beats Vegas. Manchester loses at home. Chesbro comes in and gets a win for D-Gens. Lancaster, Sabathia gets the win. They upset Brooklyn. Well, upset. I mean, they're probably favored. St. Pete beats Florence 8-1. Mid-Michigan and Amazing. Mid-Michigan gets a win. 2 games up. Hadley Lake in Canada. Canada, Newhauser goes to 7-5. And San Francisco loses this time. Hagerstown 8-3. So here we go to May 30th. Edmonton and Marshfield, 12-11. That's a heck of a game, right? 9-inning game. Edmonton wins 12-11. Chico's 12-inning affair. Baez gets the win. They edge out Dallas. Manchester, Whitey Ford, 3-2 on the season now. Addie Joss gets the loss. What a rhyme. Florence loses to St. Pete in 10. Amazing returns the favor, beats Mid-Michigan 7-5. Hadley Lake still 2 back. Long Island over Cleveland. Lehigh, a 1-run win over Fort Lee. Mordecai Brown now 8-1 on the season. Harry Heilman in a losing effort goes 3-5 with 13 homers. And just watch out the next 4 or 5 years as Harry Heilman progresses forward and gets better and better. Liverpool at T-ville. Kyle Hendricks goes to 7-2. Liverpool with a key win. Hadley Lake in Canada. Hadley Lake beats Canada and is now only a game and a half out of the water division. Game 2 of the doubleheader, Edmonton and Marshfield, and Edmonton 3-2. So they sweep Marshfield in the doubleheader. Hagerstown beats up on San Francisco. Rick Porcello, only his second win of the season, but he beats Harry Kovaleski. Chicago and Vegas 5-4. Tiant, another win. 8-2 he is, and Chicago now has a 5-game lead in the Fire division. Brooklyn upsets Lancaster, and we move to the final day of the month. And let's see how May closes out. I know tonight later, Bernie has his 1917 Red Sox replay. I know tomorrow night he's planning on doing some Court Dreams Basketball League action. And again, those of you that are in the football draft, pay attention over on the Discord in the Gridiron Dreams as the draft is now progressing along. And the first pick, MV selected the 1974 Pittsburgh Steelers. Yoko took the 2010 Eagles. And I believe Hammer Time took the 2010 Colts. And Carlos Yaz is up now. So here's Chico's at Fort Lee. There'll be two games today. So it looks like several double headers on the slate. And Fort Lee, Catfish Hunter, undefeated, 4-0 now, beats Chico's 6-5. Degens with a 7-4 win over Dallas. Marshfield beats Lancaster. Amazing 9-7 over Mid Michigan. Miller gets the win, 12-inning game. Long Island smashes T-ville 10-2. Oh gosh, Lehigh having to face Manchester, and oh, nice Cy Young. There's nothing better. I hope MV's still around to see this. There's nothing better I love than going into Manchester with a player that MV had no faith in and getting a win. Ninth win for Cy Young. Love to see that. San Francisco shut out Liverpool 3-0. Chico's at Fort Lee, game two. Fort Lee sweeps Chico's on this day, 4-1 win. Heilman, again, that name's showing up, 2 for 2, his 14th home run. Dallas beats Degens. Greg Maddux gets his 8th win. Vegas over Chicago. I see nothing. I am asleep. Yeah. Um, Brooklyn home against Florence, 3-0. Gaylord Perry with the win beats Jose Rijo. San Francisco, Roger Clemens, his first win on the season, 12-5 over Liverpool. San Francisco now 4 back in the win division. Edmonton goes into St. Pete and gets a win, 4-2. Hagerstown goes to Cleveland and gets a win, 5-1. Hadley Lake in Canada, Steve Carlton, 9 wins now. Boyer, who's been on the trading block, goes 3 for 4 with his 10th home run. Canada now, with that win, stays within 5 games of first in the Fire. And Florence at Brooklyn, game 2 of the doubleheader on this day. And Florence unleashes 15 runs on Brooklyn and gets the win. And we have now finished all of May. And that's great. So tomorrow, which is Wednesday, we can, I'll post this file tonight. In fact, I'll make the trades right here on the broadcast. I think there was just 2 trades to account for. Then I'll post it, and everybody can get an early start on submitting any manager files if they need to. But let's take a look at what's going on around the league. New batting leader here, Jake Fournier for Dallas, just ahead of Shoeless Joe and Willie Mays. Yeah, amazing. Well, take a look at your team, how many you've won. Let's take a peek right now. You've done good in the last couple of weeks. Let's look at your box scores. Yeah, look at this. You won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You won 8 or 9 out of 10 games. 12 out of 14 games. That's the kind of streak you've been on to get back into it. So what do we got in the ERA? Garland Buckeye leading the league in ERA. Verlander still pitching well. Liverpool now leading in team batting, and Canada in team pitching. Chicago in team fielding. Let's take a look at the All-Star team. Yes, MV, if you can hear this, if you're not watching, Cy Young is leading the Cy Young voting. Yeah, your comeback team for sure. Jeff Heath is an All-Star in right field for Chicago. Interesting, interesting. So I will make some trades. I know Clue sent me the trades that we need to care for right here, and they are Kyle Hendricks for Johan Santana. So from Liverpool, Kyle Hendricks gets traded to Vegas. And Vegas will send Johan Santana over. And we've got one other trade to account for, and that is Florence is trading Bill Nicholson to Lancaster. Bill Nicholson will go to Lancaster. And Lancaster will send Tyler Anderson to Florence. And with that, those two trades are accounted for. That's all we had. A pretty slow month for us. And I wonder if I have a ton of injuries. Let's take a look. Anybody want to take a look? Take a look at Buckshot. You have Bucky Harris out for another 8 days. And pitchers, you're good. So that's not too bad. If I look at current injuries, reports, league, injuries, current, here we go. Let me ignore all these. I hate it when it does the. I'm going to post this in our league area for anybody interested in the injuries. They can refer to this. I know this is a frequently asked for report. Oh, let me don't. It looks terrible, the formatting. Let me just take a picture of it, and it's a little easier to do it this way sometimes. I'll just snap it and drop it. And there's the injury so far. And let me zip the file so we can get that all set. And yeah, it's been fun, but hey, we got through it. We're going to have a lot to juggle. We've got basketball going on, a lot of work being done to figure out if we can make the broadcast more entertaining since it's a difficult game with constant flow and there's not a logical start and stop to plays like baseball and football. So Bernie's been doing a lot of work and getting feedback from others in the community. So appreciate that. I know Slash just getting ready to get set up to broadcast games. So we've got that going on. And then we decided to finally kick off with 18 owners our first season of the same format with football. And we're picking from 3 years, 74, 1991, and 2010. And we're picking two teams from those years and combining them as a start, making a 50-man roster. So it'll be fun. That draft, I'm sure, will be going on the rest of this week into the weekend as we have fun with that. So here is the file ready to go. I'm going to post it. And there we are through May. It's posted. It's been fun, but it's time to go. So give us a little break. We can chat, meet you over there on the Discord or whatever, and see you on Bernie's broadcast. He'll be broadcasting about 46 minutes from now. So have a great rest of your Tuesday evening, and we'll see you down the road.